I am Suzanne, and I was married to Roy Taylor, the love of my life, for 39 and a half years. We met in London, emigrated to the United States in 1979, and raised our family here. To help that immigration process and to arrive here with some extra cash, Roy signed a contract and worked in Saudi Arabia for a year. In 2014, Roy was diagnosed with mesothelioma, out of the blue, unexpected, and a word that I did not know how to pronounce at the time. So I sat down with Jim, and he made us an appointment with the head of the program for mesothelioma research that's being worked through at Brigham and Women's. As I was leaving the office, he just put his hand out to me and said, "Let's take care of Roy. Let's get the treatment, and then we'll talk." We sat there just not understanding even the impact of what this would be. And I remember after we left his office, we went and just sat in a park, and I've got photographs of us just taking a picture of each other and taking it together. Then came the time that we came into the office. There was no pressure. He just came and spent time in the conference room here, going through materials that he might have seen on that building site 37 years before. And Roy recognized a can that was put on that work site, which contained asbestos. And it was shipped to that building site in Saudi Arabia, which at that time was having major building projects going on. And Roy's contract in '79 was supervising a team of painters as the construction went through housing. And this product was a part of the wallboard, and then the joint compound is where the asbestos was, which could no longer be sold in the US. Jim and James took the letters that were between Roy and I and the photographs, and then of course did the research on how that product got to Saudi Arabia and made their case. They were compassionate towards Roy, who was in a confused state because of what he was facing. It was a world that we had never been in before, both medically but especially on the legal side. They just made it so easy for us to getting ready for the trial, preparing Roy to be on the stand. They did all of that preparation for us and got us to that August 15 date. In the industries where asbestos has been allowed to run rampant, and the fact that it can stay dormant from 30 to 40 years in somebody's body, there are a lot of people out there that have been exposed and don't understand that there is recourse and people to be held accountable. What I would suggest to a family who would receive that diagnosis, that you would seek advice, because this is not the world that you know anything about. The experience and the professional help is what you need, because that gives you the peace of mind on one side while you're fielding the medical side on the other, and being an advocate for your person. And obviously the result that Jim and James worked for and was successful, as I said, that it's bittersweet, and it wasn't the lottery because I lost Roy, but he died knowing that we were all going to be okay.